And I invite you to close your eyes. And starting with a nice deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we continue to breathe this way, on the inhale, I invite you to bring your attention to your energetic field, your aura, your essence that surrounds you. And just notice where it's sitting, how far out it might be pushing, how close in it might be sitting. And just notice. And for strengthening of the exercise, I invite you to intend to pull your energy nice and close towards your body. Just kind of waking up this subtle body muscle. Pulling it in close to you, noticing the feeling. And then pushing it out again. Noticing the feeling. And we're going to work with this energy for a moment. I invite you on the inhale to imagine that you are breathing in white light into your field and watching it as it expands on the inhale. And then exhale, almost circulating that white light into all areas of your subtle body energy. Inhaling white light, expanding your field, and exhaling, allowing that light to circulate in all corners, above your head, below your feet, under your arms even. Continue doing this a couple more times, inhaling light through your nose, expanding your energy field, and exhaling as you allow it to circulate until every space in your energy is filled with this light. Last inhale. And exhale. And then notice if there's anything that you feel like is still sitting inside of your energy field. Any thoughts that are still pressing in, or thoughts that you are pressing into. Anything about a person or a situation or a to-do or a challenge coming up. Just notice where it's sitting, if it's inside your energy field. And if it is for the moment, that's okay, just notice. And I invite you to slowly allow those things, experiences, people, places, scenarios to just push out and simply rest on the perimeter of your energetic body. They'll be there when you need to address them. But for right now, just notice the difference of having things come into your energetic field, and when you intend to push them on the periphery of your energetic body. Placing you in authority when they come in to be addressed. And sitting here for a moment, I invite you to watch as any other thoughts start to arise. Just watching whatever comes up. Sometimes our mind chatter will be a little bit more, and sometimes it'll be less. And as thoughts just start to come in, almost like bubbles rising, I invite you to look at the space in between each of the thoughts. The space that holds these energetic risings. They aren't who you are. It's just energy rising up. And that space between the thoughts is where we hold our stillness. The space is essentially the vessel. The space is our consciousness. And if you're able to hold that feeling of space, I invite you to move and join that feeling back into the back of your head. So often throughout the day, we are pushing forward, looking for the answers and trying to fix things. And when we move that energy and that space and that awareness to the back of our head, we can feel a shift in how we're pushing into things or allowing those energetic thoughts to just arise and holding the space for them, not having to attach ourselves to them in any way. Just as the people, experiences, and circumstances are resting on the periphery of our energy field, only coming in when we choose, so are thoughts and energy that we can choose to push forward into or remain as this still and spacious vessel that simply allows them to arise. So if there are moments of the day where you feel like the thoughts are coming in so quickly, I invite you to place your awareness on the space between the thoughts. And notice the shift in energy there. And continuing with that awareness towards the back of our head, I invite you to bring that awareness just slightly forward into our third eye center. And imagine this space almost like it's a projector. Projecting a a scene of a horizon. And whatever kind of horizon it projects, just notice. Maybe it's a sunrise. Maybe it's a sunset. Maybe it's a calm ocean. Just notice what comes up. And if it's just space, that's okay too. And we're going to breathe a couple times that light that we generated in our energetic body. We're going to continue to breathe it into our third eye center. So inhaling through the nose, allowing that space to fill with white light. A couple more times. Last one here. Inhaling light and oxygen and exhaling as it circulates. And then drawing the attention down from the third eye, imagining a silver cord that drops down into your heart center. Into that cavern, into that flame. The place where we can truly feel giving and receiving in the same moment. The place where we can rest. The place where we're able to enjoy the compassion and gifts from others, as well as enjoying the compassion and gifts that we're able to give out. And breathing 3 times here, inhaling through the nose, inhaling that light, brilliant white into our heart center, and exhaling as it nourishes and circulates. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling as it circulates and nourishes that cavern. One more breath here. And then allowing that energy to further drop down, that silver cord continuing down until it finds our pelvic bowl. And here, just allowing all of your energy to move down, resting in this place. Perhaps you can use that image of the waterfall just rushing above you, moving the energy down until it collects here in the pelvic bowl. And this morning, I invite you to notice if there is a shape that this bowl is taking, if there is a texture, noticing if it's smooth or has rough edges, noticing if it needs a shine or a dust. And just allowing your energy to fall and come into residency here. This is the area where we allow life and circumstances to just come to us. Here we can imagine that we are sitting on a throne where there's no need to get up and go find something in the seat of our authority. We allow things to just come to us, showing up at our feet, resting in this sovereign power. And moving down, I invite you to imagine a flower blooming out of this pelvic bowl. And perhaps it's a small flower, perhaps it's a tree, and just allow it to slowly open. Notice the color, if there is one. Just notice as many details as come up for you. Perhaps it's blooming quickly, perhaps it's still staying as a bud. And from here, through the base of this flower, we're going to drop its roots through the bottom of the pelvic bowl and into the earth. And instead of dropping those roots straight down, I invite you to just slowly watch as the roots move into the earth and invite them to look for nourishment. And notice what they look for. Notice if they move deeply. Perhaps they are skimming along the surface of the earth. Perhaps they're looking for water. Perhaps they're looking for other roots. And just noticing what those roots are moving into the earth in order to be nourished by. And allowing us to receive that nourishment. If the roots are looking for water, perhaps we need calm and cleansing. If the roots are going deep, perhaps we need protection and safety. And whatever it is that these roots are moving into the earth to find, just allowing us to be nourished by this. Allowing those roots to receive everything that it is that they need. And feeding this flower that's in the pelvic bowl. And staying connected to this place with gratitude and deep knowing that whatever we need, we will be nourished by. Without the need to move forward and search, but just resting back in this place, in our sovereign authority, in our place of power. And just take a moment here to reflect on inventory of how your energetic field feels now. Noticing if there's anything still pushing in, trying to move into your field. And if it is, just gently allow it to rest on the periphery. Flexing this muscle of intention and choice. Tuning into your heart space again. Continuing to circulate that white light through this heart space throughout the day. Tuning into the horizon that is your third eye awareness. Continuing to breathe that white light into this space throughout the day. And just allowing them to be connected through that silver cord. And just noticing this energy here that you can come back to at any time. Without having to do anything, just allowing things to fall in. Magnetizing what's for your highest good and leaving anything that is not on the periphery. Leaving it up to your choice. When you're ready, I invite you to bring one hand to your heart center. Giving yourself gratitude for this moment, this energy, this space that you are. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and bring yourself back into the room.